The year is 2015. A desolate wind whips through the empty streets of Kalachi, Kazakhstan. Dust devils dance around abandoned homes once filled with laughter and life. Now they stand as hollow shells, echoing with the ghosts of a mass exodus. Just a few months ago, this village pulsed with the rhythm of daily life. Children chased each other through dusty lanes. Families gathered for steaming bowls of plov. Life, though simple, was good. But that was before the sleep came. The sleep wasn't the peaceful slumber of night. It was a creeping, insidious fog that descended upon the villagers, stealing their consciousness, sometimes for days. Hallucinations plagued their waking hours. Fear, like a virus, spread through the village. The decision was made. Kalachi, once their home, was now a place of fear. The villagers packed what few belongings they could carry and boarded buses, leaving behind the life they knew, unsure if they'd ever return. The evacuation of Kalachi sent shockwaves through Kazakhstan and beyond. How could an entire village succumb to such a bizarre affliction? Rumors swirled like the dust devils in the abandoned streets. Some whispered of ancient curses, their voices hushed with fear. Others spoke of government experiments gone wrong, their eyes darting nervously as they spun tales of conspiracy. The truth, however, remained elusive, shrouded in the same mystery that had driven the villagers from their homes. Scientists descended upon the deserted village, their eyes scanning the empty homes and deserted playgrounds for clues. They tested the water, the soil, the very air the villagers breathed. Every lead led to a dead end. Every answer seemed just out of reach. The mystery of Kalachi deepened, a puzzle box with no apparent solution. Meanwhile, the evacuated villagers struggled to rebuild their lives. Housed in temporary shelters, they grappled with the emotional and physical toll of displacement. The familiar rhythms of their old lives were gone, replaced by the uncertainty of their future. Many struggled to find work, their skills tied to the land they had left behind. Children, their carefree days replaced with anxiety, struggled to adapt to new schools and unfamiliar faces. The psychological impact of the sleep epidemic was profound. The fear of succumbing to the mysterious illness lingered, a dark cloud hanging over their lives. The trauma of their sudden departure from Kalachi, the uncertainty of their future, weighed heavily on their minds. The villagers, once a vibrant community, were scattered and struggling, their lives irrevocably altered by the events that had unfolded in their sleepy village. As the scientific investigations continued, one clue emerged from the shadows of Kalachi's past: its mining legacy. The village sat in the shadow of a once booming uranium mine, now abandoned and silent. Could this forgotten relic of a bygone era hold the key to the sleep epidemic? Scientists began to investigate the mine, their headlamps cutting through the darkness that had settled over the abandoned shafts. The air within the mine was heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something metallic and vaguely unsettling. Geologists collected samples of the mine's air and water, their faces grim beneath their hard hats. Could it be that the very earth beneath Kalachi, once a source of prosperity, had turned against its people? The air we breathe, often taken for granted, is a delicate cocktail of elements essential for life. Disrupt that balance even slightly, and the consequences can be dire. As scientists analyzed the air samples from the abandoned uranium mine near Kalachi, they found something alarming: elevated levels of carbon monoxide and other hydrocarbon gases. These silent, odorless gases, known to be toxic in high concentrations, were seeping from the abandoned mine shafts, poisoning the air around Kalachi. Carbon monoxide in particular is a known disruptor of oxygen transport in the blood. It binds to hemoglobin, the protein responsible for carrying oxygen throughout the body, with a much stronger affinity than oxygen itself. This effectively starves the body of oxygen, leading to a condition known as hypoxia. Could this be the invisible enemy that had plagued the villagers of Kalachi? Carbon monoxide is a silent killer, an invisible, odorless gas that can quickly turn deadly. It's a byproduct of incomplete combustion, often found in the fumes of cars, gas appliances, and even cigarettes. When inhaled, carbon monoxide enters the bloodstream and binds to hemoglobin, forming carboxyhemoglobin. This bond is over 200 times stronger than the bond between hemoglobin and oxygen. As a result, even small amounts of carbon monoxide can significantly reduce the blood's oxygen-carrying capacity. The symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can be subtle at first, often mimicking other illnesses. Headaches, dizziness, nausea, and fatigue are common early signs. As exposure increases, the symptoms worsen, leading to confusion, disorientation, loss of consciousness, and even death. The lack of oxygen can also cause long-term damage to the brain and other organs. The human brain is a complex and delicate organ, highly dependent on a constant supply of oxygen. Even a slight dip in oxygen levels, a condition known as hypoxia, can disrupt its normal function. The symptoms of hypoxia can vary depending on the severity and duration of oxygen deprivation. Mild hypoxia may cause fatigue, dizziness, and headaches. As oxygen levels drop further, more serious symptoms can occur, including confusion, disorientation, hallucinations, and seizures. In severe cases, hypoxia can lead to coma and even death. The brain is particularly vulnerable to oxygen deprivation because it has a very high metabolic rate, meaning it requires a lot of energy to function. Without sufficient oxygen, brain cells begin to die within minutes. The damage caused by hypoxia can be irreversible, leading to long-term neurological problems. The pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. The elevated levels of carbon monoxide and other gases in the abandoned mine, the symptoms experienced by the villagers, the science of hypoxia, it all pointed to a chilling conclusion. The sleep epidemic, it seemed, was not a curse or a government conspiracy, but a tragic case of mass carbon monoxide poisoning. The villagers of Kalachi, unknowingly breathing in the toxic fumes seeping from the abandoned mine, were slowly being poisoned in their own homes. The scientific breakthrough, while providing some answers, also raised more questions. Why were some villagers affected more severely than others? Were there other factors at play, other toxins lurking in the environment? The mystery of Kalachi, though partially solved, continued to intrigue and mystify. The discovery of the carbon monoxide leak provided a plausible explanation for the sleep epidemic that had plagued Kalachi. However, some questions lingered, their answers elusive, buried perhaps beneath layers of scientific uncertainty and the passage of time. Why, for instance, did the sleep episodes seem to occur in waves, affecting some villagers more severely than others? Were there genetic predispositions or other environmental factors that made some individuals more susceptible to the effects of carbon monoxide? And what about the strange dreams and hallucinations reported by many villagers? While hypoxia can certainly cause neurological disturbances, the specific nature of these experiences hinted at something more, something that defied easy explanation. Were these merely the side effects of carbon monoxide poisoning, or could there be other unknown factors at play? The village of Kalachi stands as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human life and the environment. The scars of the sleep epidemic, though invisible to the naked eye, run deep. The abandoned homes, the deserted streets, the silent playground, all whisper tales of a community uprooted, their lives irrevocably altered by a silent, invisible threat. The story of Kalachi serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the modern world, nature holds the power to disrupt our lives in unexpected and often devastating ways. The legacy of Kalachi is a complex one, a tapestry woven from scientific discovery, human resilience, and enduring mystery. It is a story that continues to unfold, its final chapter yet to be written. The sleep epidemic of Kalachi, though largely attributed to carbon monoxide poisoning, retains an air of mystery, a sense that some secrets may never be fully revealed. The experience left an indelible mark on the villagers, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the unseen forces that shape our world. The village itself, frozen in time, stands as a silent testament to the events that transpired, a place where science and mystery intertwine. The story of Kalachi serves as a powerful reminder that we live in a world of complexities, where answers often lead to more questions. It is a story that continues to captivate and intrigue, a testament to the enduring power of mystery in a world increasingly driven by scientific explanation.